What we talking about? Practice?
We talking about practice.
Not the actual game, but we talking about practice.
We talking about practice.
Not the pod that I give my all to, but we talking about practice. How I'm supposed to be the franchise player and we talking about practice? You watch my games, don't you? You listen to my pod, don't you?
Not a game.
Don't I give it my all, don't I?
You do.
Don't I give it up?
Give it up.
You got the best mic.
But we talking about
That's what the streets are saying.
That's what I'm saying. So why we talking about practice, man? Why we talking about practice? I know it's funny to me too. I know.
Oh, man.
I'm the franchise player and we up here talking
don't
about
deserve
practice.
We talking about practice.
All right, man. That's how it goes.
All right, let's get it, man.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
This podcast, bussin'.
Welcome to this.podcast. I'm your friendly host, Jake Kane, the franchise player, I think. No, I'm not. Nah, I'm not. I don't do that. But I'm joined by my brother and friends. We got Mike.
You ready to boogie with that bear?
We gonna get you switched up, man. And then we got Uncle Damo.
Hi, my name is Uncle Damo.
And we got Sauce.
Yeah, buddy.
And we got a special friend of the show joining us for the overtime, Mr. Matt Roberts.
Hey.
No, man, he deserves the
He doesn't get 2 rounds.
No, he
Why not?
deserves the slow clap after last session.
Why is
Was
that,
it boring?
Damo?
You didn't say nothing funny, man.
Man, this was serious. Courtney's like, how's
heckler.
your mental health going?
Hey,
We can.
hey, tell Courtney
We
to
couldn't
get
get
that
too
energy
serious.
up out of here,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, man, I just want to know what's out of bed.
Well, my man Coach just got off a flight to Vegas, man, and came straight to the pod.
selling ass.
man.
I saw him on Instagram. I said, damn, man, I really was looking forward to seeing. He was out there selling ass. I seen your
And then
nipples and
boom.
everything, man. I ain't seen your
yo.
nipples
Courtney,
since
where'd
you
you
was
stay?
playing with
Yo.
Pat
That
Tillman
boy
and
put
them.
that coconut oil on his chest for that V-neck.
Did you play with Jake Plummer?
He was shining, too. He was glowing.
I left right when I was coming in as he was leaving. But I got a funny story when I was in Vegas, man. I don't know if this is going to fall flat or what. But,
Okay.
talking to my Uber driver, man, and he's so I asked him, I said, hey, like, what's the who are the most annoying drunk people that you kind of have in your car? And he goes,
Were you drunk when you asked this
no,
question?
no,
Okay.
no. I was in the Uber on my way to the airport, and he was like, the day partiers. Specifically,
see that.
the pool party day partiers.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, they come, they get in my car. For one, they're smelling like chlorine.
Yep.
They're smelling like alcohol, and they're
Ugh.
wet.
Ew.
He said these women come in here wet, smelling like throw up, alcohol, and they sit their bare asses on my seat.
Wow.
And I was like, dog, that is so stereotypical, man. Because they be turning up at them day parties.
day
They
man.
do.
They
And
do.
imagine what the aftermath of that is at 5:30 when you're just filthy.
Man,
I'd rather
I
not.
think
I don't
You
want to
ain't
give it
thinking
up.
about it,
I don't
Daddy.
want to give it up on this show, but like I have to share some stories that I've had from Vegas
That sounded like a good time to me.
that did. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
that sounds
like,
like
what kind of square ass Uber driver are you?
Sit your big wet
Right,
ass.
you don't want half naked women in your car? Is
that
what-
smell
that's
like
what-
chlorine?
Right, and
Hey,
ass
man.
on your seats.
and throw up.
What if you got?
Hey,
Well,
but
no,
you gotta
hey,
pick
that's
up the
not-
next
you
But
don't
that's
want
the
that.
thing is
Did he have cloth
don't want
seats?
that, though.
that's the thing is that
Right,
it's
right.
that is their car though. You know what I mean? It's not like the taxi. You like, yo, I dropped that off and they go detail it. No, you got to handle that. Like, so if you're a
Yeah.
family man, you like, yo,
Hashtag Febreze.
Courtney was in a grown man, family man's Acura NDX. Is that what I just heard?
That's
He had
what I-
like a-
That's
what
what
I
I
heard,
heard.
Mike.
That's what I heard.
No, he had a juke.
A juke.
Yeah, with
juke.
a Nissan.
A juke.
He had one of the
Nissan
Nissan jukes, man.
oh,
Did he
okay.
have cloth seats?
Yes.
I could understand his frustration.
Yes.
there.
And then,
Okay.
and then he
You
said,
don't want your shit smelling on Monday from Friday.
yeah, and then he said the problem is after I dropped him off, I got like 5 other trips.
Oh, so
That
you could
smell
get
So
a
like
people,
chlorine.
so you
why
get
does
you
it
get
matter?
good Christian people like you just trying to get home to a podcast, and then you sit down, you sit down and just wet. And you don't know what the wet is. It's
Were you sitting in it?
unidentified.
Hey, man.
Did
That's
you
a
make your
bad-
wife sit in it? Here,
I don't
honey.
think
that's a bad Uber rating.
I don't think
Yeah.
any of us would enjoy that.
I don't care.
Got it.
Now,
Because
if I
Damien
was in
brings
a-
the wet.
If I was in a Uber, if I was in a, hey, man, if I was in an Uber X ride share,
Yeah.
you know, that's something different. I was actually in the action where you had to drive to the pool party and then they get in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I could possibly capitalize on some of that.
Your
Yeah.
wife be,
So-
what the
Got
hell
it,
are you
got
looking
So the
at?
bigger question
Hot
is
sauce.
why would you be in an Uber X ride share?
Shit, I did shit. Why not?
Hey, you making like 14 stops before you get to your location.
Hey,
You're
man.
exhausted.
Hey,
What if one of them came in, one of the girls he was talking about, and he's with his wife? How would he feel?
It's a party.
Courtney's
That's a
sitting,
party?
She's like, hey.
Oh.
Courtney's sitting right in the middle, like, baby, I don't want you
Look
to
at
be
with
so
his arms
nervous.
just
I'd
like
be so
that.
nervous. I'd be so nervous. Boy.
Look at him.
You start folding them arms.
Hey,
Them
man, we
coaching
40
sweats.
plus.
Nah,
Hey,
the social
he
worker
just
coming
folded-
out and sparking the conversation.
Coach just folded his arms and covered up his meat.
He did.
He said, I get so nervous, I'm going to cover up my meat.
hey, man,
Carolina
A
don't
nervous erection.
That's
You 40 plus
hilarious.
and them 20 and them drunk thick 20 somethings.
You don't know what to do with that,
you
huh?
better do
Mm.
something.
Get that blue pill.
Let's go, Jay.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, let's start talking about the wrap up on this week and things that are happening. So this isn't that new, but my man Kanye had a second listening for the Donda album.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all listened to some clips of that?
Not yet.
No?
I like to wait.
You like to wait till
till
the
it's
actual
done.
actual
You got to
album?
hear the whole project, beginning to end. Yeah, that's
I'm
me.
not too excited for this. I mean, it's cool. I think it's great for hip hop.
So Matt,
Wait,
real-
have you
Matt, real
heard
quick.
any of the clips though?
Nope.
Any
I'll
of the
watch some of
samples?
I'll watch some of the videos.
Okay.
But that's it.
So
I
Matt,
am
Kanye fan, yes or no? Ish.
older Matt, I don't like him off the clock, but like that college dropout, that late registration,
He's talented.
extremely talented.
So when did he fall off for you? Like when were you like, I had enough? And was it the music or his antics?
it started with the antics. I think you know what album has grown on me. I didn't think Yeezus isn't that bad.
goes.
It is
Oh,
not
Yeezus
bad
is
at all.
dope. I always thought it was
But
dope.
after that is when I was kind of like, Oh no.
So it's that Life of Pablo?
The Life of Pablo. I like that.
See?
I like
slaps.
that.
He's
That
just
slaps.
validating a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah.
No, he is.
Nah, that
He
shit
is.
goes. But
And
then
the next thing you know, it's like, oh yeah, but the other album, oh yeah, that's good too.
Was it that 7-song album he did?
was that the one where tonight I dreamed of killing myself? It started out with
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Was that like Ye? Was that called like Ye or something?
Yeah,
That might have
that's
been called,
exactly
yeah.
what
He.
it was.
Thanks again, JC. We had Lawrence and Laramie.
John, I'm
He's out.
tearing all your shit up. Where are my shirts?
Hey, where's
Man.
my brand ambassador
I'm
email?
taking all the shirts around here and bootlegging them.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Get back to it, Damo.
So no, we was talking
No,
about
no,
yeah.
no. Get back to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, it was the question.
Oh,
I didn't.
okay.
I didn't listen to the Christian album.
The Jesus is
Yeah,
King.
I couldn't get into that.
I didn't even try it.
The
I'll be
one
honest.
song I could get into
There was one. Yeah. I can't remember the name.
when he's
of
talking
it.
about his dad, and they got a video, and he's in Wyoming at his
Yeah.
little
Oh,
acres, his ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I'll check the album out though.
I like secular music. So
I'm telling you,
I'm
man,
like,
it's
Me
like
You like what?
secular music.
What does that mean for the audience?
That means like
He likes the
main-
music where they
Yeah,
slinging
they're gonna
cocaine
be,
and
they're gonna
sucking
be
dick.
explicit.
Damn.
There.
I wouldn't explain it like
I
that,
said
but it's
it.
just like it's like worldly music. Like it's not religious, non-religious
Got it,
music.
got it. Okay.
Yeah. So what'd you think, Cole? I'm interested to hear what you got.
I've only heard that one song, man. I heard the song with the that he has with the Locks, the one I sent on the group
and
chat.
J Electronic.
How
And
did you
J
feel
Electronic.
about that?
That's just hard, man. It's
Yeah.
hard, man. Man, you know, like Kanye is such a mixed bag because we all loved him at one. Like everybody loved Kanye. He could do no wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think when he
Back
then
when
he kinda,
Katrina happened, right?
Yeah,
and
he
he was like, Bush don't like black
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like,
and
Like
that
black
that kind of stamped him.
Yeah.
That kind
Talk
of stamped
that
him
shit.
more
Absolutely.
in terms of him in our community. And then he started lining with the Trump stuff, man.
Yeah, that
and it
shit.
was
That's
just
what
like-
got me off.
It was
Same here.
Off
and,
of him.
And Grant, yeah.
Pause. Got
And
me off. Sorry.
That's what we here for.
When I
That's
said
what we
it
here
got me
for,
off,
Matt.
Damien was like,
No. So why does his music have to do with his political affiliation?
And that's
I'm
what,
not
and
saying
that's
that
what,
you're wrong. I'm just asking.
And
a
that's what
question.
I'm saying. So a person has to get out of that and start to separate the talent from the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's hard. But it's hard to do.
Salsa. I agree.
So
Does a dude-
let me
I
ask you
didn't fuck
this.
with him
So
for a
let-
minute. I
that's-
took him off all my playlists
Okay.
for a minute.
I
'cause
would never do that.
I took him
My
off.
playlist would be empty.
So
Oh, yeah.
Damo and Co, I do challenge that is like, okay, if you separate the talent from the person, let me ask you if, because you work at a prestigious company, I won't call it out,
Yeah.
but if you were to go out and act a certain way and then your company finds out about it of like whatever malice things you may be saying or doing,
Sure.
do you think they have the right to get rid of you?
All he did was support Trump.
Yeah. that-
True.
Yeah.
True,
And
true.
there's nothing wrong with that. And
Yeah. I
like,
guess that's
yeah,
a bad example.
Yeah, no. So yeah,
Like he
that's-
didn't shoot anybody or
yeah,
anything
he
like
didn't hurt
that.
anybody. Nobody got killed. I connect with the dude's music,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a musical genius.
I
Okay.
agree.
But everything's like that though. Like
All right.
everything's like that. Even with Damien's job. Like if Damien is the backbone of his job,
Yes.
he's gonna get. They're gonna say, well, that's just Damien.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Damien being like
Yay being yay.
Yeah, just yay being yay. We
I'm
know that he's bringing in X amount of dollars, X amount of business to our company. Let's separate what he's doing, his talents with kind of what he's doing.
So
I
I'ma
think I
separate-
think it depends though. Like
I'ma
depends
separate
what
that.
he's doing.
Can I just touch on one thing real quick, and I'll go to Mike because I know you want to say something. I think that people connect to celebrities and have unrealistic expectations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the expectation.
Why is that so loud? Go ahead.
No, you're good. The expectation is I need Kanye to align with my personal values because I like his music so much. Mike.
And I'm gonna push back on that. I think when it comes to musicians, you can't separate the person from their art. So like versus like I could sit here and say, you know what, Iverson can go to the clubs, he can act a fool, as long as he dropped 50 tonight, I don't care. But when it comes to music, that expression starts to come out. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my one thing.
It's completely fair, dude. Like, I'm not saying I'm right.
No,
It's just a point of view.
Yeah.
but you're wrong. Yeah, I'm just fucking-
But you're wrong.
But
Matt, go.
I just think
Great
you know,
point, but I respectfully disagree.
yeah.
I think given where the climate was when Kanye took his stance,
That's fair.
it was more hurtful to me than anything. Like, damn, man, like I've rocked with you off the rip.
Well, it wasn't only
Right, from the jump.
Donald Trump. It was also him saying slavery
Yep.
was a choice, right?
Was a choice. It was all of that. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and push pause
a little bit.
on Kanye. Yeah. But
And at that point, his music was trash, so it was easy for you to do that.
it was, but his old shit wasn't.
Right.
I just had to go
saying.
clear it out for a little bit.
But you
Yeah.
supported him, right, because of his views that he had earlier in his career. To your point, Damo. So
They
he
just
really
weren't aligned with
connected.
mine, and it goes back to that shit we were talking about in the first segment.
Yeah.
It was hurtful. It hurt to hear him say those things
Because
like,
you had expectations, brother.
well, he's on a
Exactly.
pedestal. He was on a little bit of a
He
pedestal.
was on your pedestal.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but Kanye kind of set the platform that he was about black people.
When?
Like early
Earlier in his
Katrina.
career.
early in his career.
Yep.
And when I say, and just let me try to bring some context to that. I'm not saying Kanye is not about black people, but he gave off a certain vibe that would lead me to firmly believe that he would not get on there and say slavery was a choice.
Sure.
Just based off of his history. Okay, if we're looking at a timeline of albums, from College Dropout all the way to
Watch the Throne.
okay, yeah, I would not say that he would say slavery is a choice, man. Like, look at the song he has with Jay-Z. Is that him, Jay-Z and Frank Ocean, or is that just on Jay-Z's album?
That's on Watch the Throne. Yeah.
What's,
No
what's,
Church
what's
in
the
a
name
While.
What
of the
song?
song? Yeah, you got to be more specific.
Oh
than-
man, no, I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
but that's on Jay-Z's album that
on the Magna Carta.
on the Magna
I know
Carta
what you're talking about.
with Frank. But if
Oh.
if he's in that world, I'm thinking that like, yo,
Yeah.
he would not say slavery is a
Sauce,
choice.
that's how you know something was wrong with him, because he was polarizing from two different perspectives.
Right.
The dude, like, his screws were loose, brother.
Mental
Yeah.
health issues.
Yeah, but does the world? But does the world do that to you? Because I think he got to a point to where he's
The
gotten
world
so,
does that to you.
to where he's gotten
Absolutely.
so
I bet.
big.
Yes.
I bet.
To where
Yes.
to where he's gotten so large to where he's like, well, yeah, slavery was a choice because look at my life. Because it's funny how when you get a exorbitant amount of money, you tend to forget that
It's not like that for everybody, right?
Yeah, like everybody doesn't just have the same circumstances that you have or the same breaks that you have. So it's easy to sit there and say, like, yeah, like you're fucked up because of the choices that you are making in real time, and sometimes it's just not that black and white.
Jay, we had a really
I
passionate.
was gonna
we
say
had
that.
a really
I was about to bring that up
Yes.
because we had a real passionate conversation a couple episodes ago that didn't get recorded just because it was so passionate about what you just described.
Did you guys have a
Like,
little tiff within the.
yeah, it wasn't
Behind the
me
scenes.
me and Damo and another person had this tiff of like,
Yeah.
yo, what are you saying? Like, are you listening to yourself? Because the way Code described it was that this person believed that you can pull yourself from the bootstraps no matter what your situation is. All you got to do is work hard and things will happen for you. Yeah, and to a certain extent, yes, you do have to work hard, but everybody doesn't have the same starting point, right? So I was trying to explain, and I think Damo was trying to say the same thing, is that sometimes the way life works is that you fulfill those basic needs, right? Of like, yo, I can eat, I got shelter, all those things are taken care of so I can focus on other things. Some people have to work to get to that point where you can be a stand-up comedian, you can be creative, you can go create a podcast and all this if you have those basic needs taken care of and like some kind of support system already.
At any point.
So we're getting a little bit too serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get fun.
Yeah. Matt,
where the tequila?
Matt,
It's
Man,
right by-
Damo
Matt,
drank it all,
It
man.
is right
No, I
behind
didn't.
you.
No, where is it?
It's right behind you, Matt. And so what I need from Matt
What do
is
you need?
I got you.
Matt, let's lighten the mood up, brother.
Yeah, man, you're the funny
know,
man. Bring that. that
Like,
energy.
let's just have a conversation
Okay.
about Matt and your freaking life, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
My life's a shit show.
Welcome to the club, brother.
Hey man.
So your daughter is what, 20?
19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about, like, because you have
I
two
got
kids?
3.
3 kids.
3, but 5 because I'm in a blended family.
Go ahead. Let's talk about your family
Yeah.
and the dynamics
Oh shit.
of the family.
Yeah. So in our house we got 20-year-old, 19.
In your house?
Yeah, 20-year-old girl, 19-year-old girl, 16-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl, 1-year boy.
Full house right there.
Matt was out.
Ooh.
Hey,
Jeez.
hey, we were talking about practice earlier. That boy Matt was practicing.
Practice.
Had this back all arched and everything.
Sometimes you got to hit it from the side, beating the
Do
drum.
you
if
drive
want
an
a boy.
MDX?
Do you drive an MDX, Mike? Or Matt?
Nope.
Do you have a third row in your car?
Nope.
Okay.
Sure don't.
boy
Fuck
got
them
a-
kids. But
that
they
boy got an
drive.
Astro van.
They got,
That boy got an Astro van.
Go.
You got a sliding door?
I had to call DPS to get the snap card. I was
Hey,
"Goddamn,
talk
what
about
these-"
your family, brother.
Hey, man, it's crazy in our house. That's what my boy Eric said, man. Your house is literally lit. Like, every time I call you, it's just some shit. Like, all I hear is shit.
Chaos.
Oh, it's all chaos,
I
bro.
can relate.
Well, what does
I
the
can relate.
chaos revolve around?
It's
dude?
mostly what are we gonna have for dinner is huge. Like
Yeah.
it's a chore.
And that starts at like 4 o'clock.
That starts about 4:30. Yeah. What are we gonna do for dinner? The older girls, they are working
Ages.
20 and 19.
Okay,
So they are working. They doing their own thing.
for sure.
The 16-year-old boy, his room is in the basement.
Wide open.
He just he only comes up like, what we eating? That's literally, I've never, listen, he's not my biological. All I've heard from him is, what are we eating and can I get a haircut? That's literally all I've heard him say. And then Marley, my 10-year-old, which I know y'all know who Marley is. Marley is a ball of energy. She's been here before. She talks like an old black woman. And it's like,
that soul.
And that's it. And she talks loud, and she always has music on, like always. And it's
What kind of music?
It's always some R&B. Like the other day, she's like, "Dad, have you heard that Stevie Wonder?" And I'm like, "He has a new album." She's like, "No, this is back from '82." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
That's awesome.
And then the baby.
I'm trying to get my kids to listen to Stevie, man.
Oh man, Marley's a sponge. Like
That's
New
cool.
Edition, Troop, After 7.
Wait,
Soul
true.
Oh,
She'll sing
whoa.
all that shit for you. You put it on and she gonna cut up.
So she's
she
like
came in here and
80s.
tore this shit up before. Yeah, 80s,
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 10.
Hey,
At 10.
That's good, man.
Hey, Matt, I love that. And then, when you think about the dynamics of, your family and how they operate, how does that impact, like, you and the wifey, like, situation?
What you talking about? Fucking?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't no fucking going on in that house,
Yeah.
boy.
Hey, no, we call that practicing, Sauce. We
It's
call it practicing.
Practicing.
Man.
You lock some doors, I'm sure. And
Yeah,
get it in
We
and,
do
you
that
know.
that tiptoe to the door and a little.
Boy, it's the only.
Little lock.
It's one of the only times that they okay with the quickies.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
if you a speedster, boy, you get
You-
some
you the
grace.
man there.
You get some grace when you got 5 kids in the
Man.
house.
I made a career out of
And then-
that. What you talking about?
Hey,
But see,
them thunder pumps be on point.
Yeah, man, if you
but see, we got so the kid, we got 3 upstairs. Really 4 upstairs because the baby.
Damn.
So, and then the kid in the basement. And then we got the 16-year-old in the basement. So when none of the upstairs kids are there, it goes down. I'll text her, be like, dude, we ain't got no upstairs kids.
We ain't got no upstairs kids.
It's going down.
It's going down tonight.
we know he ain't coming up here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's fun though. It's fun. It's a lot of love in the house. Like I'll be out on the grill or we all cooking together
Yeah.
and hanging out and it's a lot of fun, man.
A lot of family love there.
It's
That's awesome, man. When the family's big and you can a lot of different personalities
Oh, my
there.
God.
Everybody's. I'm sure there's chaos, fights, but at the end of the
There's
day,
not really, believe it or not, there's
That's
not
awesome.
many fights. Like I don't even remember one. Like it's easy. I could tell you, my fiance makes life really easy. She's very easygoing. We rarely argue, man.
That's good,
And the
man.
kids ain't never seen us argue. So like if we do, it's behind closed doors and it's quiet.
right.
Let's do it.
Why you looking at me like
No,
that?
man, I
Damon?
love
you
it,
look
dude.
weird sometimes.
No, I love
don't
it.
like that. Don't be looking at me like that. All right. Vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. Yeah, so
It's a
how
lot.
people
It's a lot.
feeling about
That impacts his work.
Yeah, it does, man.
Matt
Not
and I have
now.
to, so Matt and
it
I have to
does.
be vaccinated by the 30th.
By the 30th.
Yeah, how y'all feel about that now that
Who-
y'all gotta get vaccinated?
So I got COVID late. I got COVID early June.
How was that experience?
The worst shit I've ever
Was
been
you
through in
fighting
my
it
life.
off? Like he's like pow, pow.
Nah,
like,
that shit laid me down.
really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Legs open like the prom queen.
So you got the symptoms they talk about and
I-
and you was
I
just
didn't have, I could taste and smell, but everything else. And I had diarrhea too. And I had a funny scent to me. It's the worst shit ever, dog.
But you
got
couldn't smell, so how did you know your shit smelled?
No, I
No,
could
he said he
smell.
could
Oh,
smell.
I
He
was
could.
like,
He could.
that's weird.
It was
Yeah.
the worst.
It was
bro.
the
and
worst?
it came out of nowhere. I'm sitting there playing with the baby, and I just said, I need to go lay down. It was the night of the first game 1 of the Nuggets Suns series.
Okay.
So she looking at me like, you
Oh, shit.
not feeling good. Okay, how much money you got on this shit? Like, and I'm like, I don't. And then she took my temperature, and it was at a 103.
Ooh.
Bro,
All
I
right.
That's
stayed.
hospital shit.
No, I
Got
stayed for 12 or 13 days in between 101
Yeah.
and 106.
13 days?
13
And they wouldn't
days?
take me. I kept trying, like, girl, they say the
I'm a
black man
comedian, take
stigma,
me.
the stigma of black men won't go to the doctor. Like, girl, please take me. And they wouldn't. They said you just gotta work through it.
So they
but I
wouldn't
had got
take you to the doctors. Why?
The doctor wouldn't take me.
Oh, just because.
Yeah,
Got it.
They said
Got it.
because my breathing was just fine.
Okay.
So they said
Okay.
you could deal with it. You got COVID,
Yeah.
or you probably got COVID.
Bruh, it was
Uh.
the worst.
Man, I had got
Jeez.
COVID and had no symptoms, man.
Man, I wish I was you.
I
Yeah,
had
Cole tried to come back to the set the next day.
Hey,
Shut up.
hey, look, hey,
Is this his mic?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Nah, we was at House of Pod,
story.
dude. You ain't got to worry
Hey,
about that.
story. So Sauce got COVID, and this dude was like, so it ended on, let's say, like a Wednesday.
Tell the truth, man.
Go ahead, you tell.
No.
the
So no, the
I'm
pod
hear your
ended
story.
on Friday. We was doing a Friday pod. He found out he had COVID on
Like
probably
Monday,
Monday,
Tuesday,
or something like
something
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
and
Demo.
then he got tested, and was like, yeah, I'll come right back. And we were like,
I didn't say that. I didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
no, I
no.
didn't. I didn't say
Dave,
that.
Sauce was
He
like,
did. He did
I'm
say
ready
that.
to come back.
I did
Right,
not
right.
say that.
And
He
we
said
were
that
like,
shit.
I did not say that.
When was this
no.
though?
This
I
was
did
like
not
this
say
So
summer.
this was like back
didn't-
April.
Oh, so you got it
April.
kind of late too.
It was an
Yeah,
April.
he got it late.
Yeah,
He got
I
it
didn't-
late.
I
So
didn't
what
say
did you
that.
say?
Late. I
Tell
didn't-
your story.
I said I'm not coming in.
No, you didn't say that shit.
No. He didn't say he was not coming in because we did shut up. They actually, House of Pod shut down the facility for a week.
Okay.
And then Cole came back. And so my impression was that after you got COVID, you had to take like 2 weeks.
14 days.
Yeah. But Cole was like at he took a week.
He was at
And
like
he was
day
like,
9
oh, yeah,
or
we took the
something.
week off. I'm good. And the rest of the pod was like, I don't know, brother. You should take another,
But it
I
was
was
another
out,
week.
I was out.
but
No, I was out for 2 weeks. So what I told y'all
it
was
wasn't
No.
2 weeks. But,
no.
Nah, you
but
was-
your
I
doctor
missed-
did call and say they cleared
They
you.
called
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, they
No, they
called-
didn't call me.
called
No,
you. They
no,
called
they
you.
should have. They should have called me because I was
Hey,
like, yo,
James,
it's only 9 days,
this
man.
is,
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dr. Smysall
Hey,
from the Montbello Clinic.
Hey,
I
Sauce
got my
was wide
PhD from
open,
Arizona
boy.
State.
But he was excited because we were talking about Kevin Samuels. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he didn't wanna miss
and
that.
he's like
Miss
Kevin
that.
Samuels Jr., so he wanted to make
come
sure
on,
he
man.
was at that pod. He likes The Godfather, man.
man, I
Yeah.
stayed out. I stayed out 2 weeks.
Mm.
I stayed out of the gym and I stayed out of.
it was 10 days, but I'll give you that, man.
Did you? So let me ask you, your wife. How was she with you? Did y'all stay? in
No,
the
so
same?
I got it from. So I got it.
Oh,
from
she
her.
had it.
So I got it. So basically, what happened is she got tested, then.
But she was
like-
okay too, right?
Yeah, like so she was at a function at church, like maybe but it was only like maybe 10 of them, and all of them just started coming down with
And
COVID.
Sister Ethel done brought that shit.
Man,
in.
yeah. So then she
So did anybody else get sick though?
yeah, was in the house?
Like not in the house, but I mean like the because you said it was at a family function or
no,
her family
no,
function.
it was like it was a choir, it was her choir rehearsal.
Oh, got it.
And I want to say it's not even 10, it's maybe about like 6 of them, and then all of them started getting sick. So then Caroline went and got tested. So then she's like, you need to go get tested. So the very next, when it was her test came back positive, I went and got tested. And then just Caroline and I got it. Champ and Seven didn't.
Hey,
So
the
the
vocal
champ
got
went
them
cords,
out
strong
and, hey, yeah,
genes.
them vocal cords spread the COVID.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Man,
absolutely.
honestly, man, I think everybody done got a touch of that. And I just think it just affected people different ways, man.
It hurt me,
Man,
man. I
there's
could
people-
not
I
believe.
agree.
I kept thinking like, I'll be all right in a couple days. And it just kept it. Man, it kept its foot on my neck.
So
Man,
how long
I never
were you-
watched the OWN network that much because my old lady she said, I'm just gonna assume I have it. So she and I stayed in the room.
Yeah.
She never got it though, not one symptom.
Matt,
Damn,
that was
damn.
me. Everybody in my house got it except for me.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Man, that was
Wow.
a false test.
Oh, that was
It
a
could've
false
been-
positive.
Did you have any
could've been.
symptoms? No,
No,
no.
Did
Yeah.
everybody else have the symptoms?
They all had it.
except for Danielle.
Got it.
But Courtney getting it pretty much prompted me, Jay, and Damo to get vaccinated.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm getting-
well, I was.
Well, no,
getting
your,
it.
your
I-
family,
I was-
your family.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah,
I said so.
that was around the time, though.
My principle on getting vaccinated was if there was going to be a second wave, and the second wave hit, and I took my ass to Target. I got my vaccination at Target, CVS, and I was good. So, yeah, like me personally, I'm vaccinated, man.
You getting vaccinated, Courtney?
Well, yeah, I done got my first. I should
He's got to.
see what it is. So like has it gotten to that point to where it's like, yeah, we done actually hit that point to where if you want to travel,
they forcing you.
Yeah, if you want to work. So they told us straight up. Matt knows.
Yeah,
like,
I got that email.
If y'all not vaccinated by the 30th, you ain't working.
Yeah, and I want to travel.
August 30th?
I do.
September.
No,
That's
September.
September 30th. So.
I want to live.
Is that that
Right.
fully
Man,
vaccinated?
but here's
or
the
just
thing.
one?
Nah, but here's the trick bag. Is that, now we at the point to where if you're vaccinated, you could be a super spreader too. So basically it was told that if I get vaccinated, I'm looking out for Damien, James, Mike, and Matt, right? But now they're saying that I can be vaccinated.
So
I can get vaccinated and I
So-
still can pass it to Matt,
So-
Mike, James, and Damien.
So we're gonna keep it light. Real quick data point: 99% of people who are vaccinated that get COVID do not go to the hospital.
Yeah, and I think that's the important.
Yeah, but
part.
I wasn't vaccinated. I didn't go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But
Now you are.
that's the thing. I think that's the problem. I understand that you didn't, but you've had people that are close to you that had those symptoms and might have not been able to go to the hospital.
Bro, I thought I was up out of here.
Man,
Yeah.
the best
This
explanation.
was about to be a rest in peace
Yeah.
show. You was gonna have our little dumbass high school
nah, but the
picture.
I love man.
the best
It's so
explanation.
hard.
The best explanation I was told was that the reason to get the vaccine is you're trying to get to herd immunity.
Mhm.
So if we all have the vaccine and we all get COVID and we don't get to the point to where we don't go to the hospital, we build those antibodies, and that's how the wider country gets to herd immunity and we get rid of the virus.
So
or
I don't
we
think
deal with it.
I don't think the virus is going anywhere, but
We
to your
deal with
point,
it.
we can deal with it and the numbers are lower. But let's go ahead and move on. So how do y'all feel about Nick Cannon? And he got 7, 8 of them.
By 4
He got a
women?
little
Right?
village going on right now. I think it's
I think it's 4 women.
it might be
4
more than that.
4 or 5.
I think
4.
all of them
He
are
got like
individual.
8 babies by 7 women or something
Something like
crazy.
that. Yeah.
And that's just because the other ones is twins.
So he was on. Did y'all see that interview with him on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
So real short. He basically said he was asked a question of like, yeah, how are, being in these polygamous, am I saying that right, relationships? How do you handle that, and what's your thought process of like, dealing with that situation, having so many different babies by different women? And he was saying that first, monogamy and being married is a Euro-Centric thing, and they were doing it for property back in the day. So
Which he's
there's
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right.
And he was saying, 2, it's up to the woman to make that decision, right? Like he's not forcing anything or, putting that on anybody. It's like, hey, if they're on board with it and they allow me to do that, I can, I'm out there flexing a little bit.
That's some money,
the
man.
funny thing about these dudes, that's what I'm saying. These dudes get to a certain status in life, and they could just have these out of the box, just loose ways of living. Like a person that has to budget their money, it doesn't have the money to support 8 kids and 8 different baby mamas. We have to fall into the stereotypical expectations of life.
So, Coach, let me get your thoughts. So, let's say, take the number out, and you say, so to your point, is based on your budget, your income to have as many women as you want.
Exactly.
Taking that out,
kids.
or kids.
To have
I'm
that
sorry.
point of
Yes,
money,
kids.
money and kids.
Yeah. So, what if, based on your income, say, myself, if I could support, say you could support 2 women or 3 women, not as much as Nick, do you think of course you think a person should be able to do that, but what's just your thoughts on doing that, period? Not the number of women, but say I had, 2 different baby mamas out there.
I wouldn't I don't see a problem with it, man. I don't see a problem with it because he's right when he says that, the institution of marriage was to merge families for land and power and political reasons. Marriage was more of a political, strategic move back in the day.
Yep.
Then when he talks about the Euro-Centric view of it, it has morphed into more of, I love this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, which in a way is still political, and it still puts you in a different box in terms of security, depending on who you're married, right?
But you're saying you can love more than one person.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You can love more than one person. But I just think when you get to this stage in life where I just feel like it's a certain, I don't know, just for me, if I'm a person that's going to stand firm in that, right, and have all these kids, and say that, it's because I can financially support them kids, man.
Okay.
Because Steven from working at the Ark can't pull that shit.
He can't pull that off.
He got to slow down.
It ain't no woman gonna let him pull that off.
Did you say at the Ark?
Yeah.
So I'll twist it a little bit. Say you are in that world where you're Nick Cannon and you're able to do that, but as soon as the woman says, "Okay, I want another stallion," you know, say she's real bad. I don't know. You know, she's on some certain status, and it's like, "Yo, I want this stallion over here." Does that change the
when
dynamics
Nick Cannon
a
said
little
he's
bit?
okay with it because he prefaced it by saying, "You're not my property. A woman is not my property."
Yeah.
That's how he framed the whole thing.
That's Nick though, but I'm
That's
saying
Nick.
Yeah,
y'all-
no. But for me,
Yeah. Do you think that changes?
I would
a
feel
little
the
bit?
same way, man. If I had money, I would be like, hey, but you're not my property.
Okay.
So only if you have money. So if your wife,
Yeah.
if you go
basically.
home tonight and she like, hey, you know what?
So I ain't got the same type of options.
I met Cody at the gas station. He worked
Cody at the gas station.
He works nights and he's a guardian angel, and I just like his bravado. I want to go ahead and give him a piece. You all right with that?
No, I just told you.
Oh,
I said if I had Nick Cannon's money,
But why does money have to be the catalyst?
Yeah. What if
it just is, man.
What if you were approached with the scenario or that option of like, hey, let's make this open, where you then can go out there and find your next mate, and then she could do the same thing. Yeah.
Like an open marriage?
Yeah.
And everybody was on board.
Mutual agreement.
I'll be down.
Okay.
All right, so let's play just a little bit deeper.
Okay.
I
like this.
So you have wife chooses another male, you choose another female. Now you have 4 people in this conglomerate, for lack of a better word.
Entanglement.
But then,
Good word, Mike.
yeah, I love it, Mike. Thank you. But then the people who didn't bring themselves into the relationship have the relationship, and they make it awkward. How does that land?
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking in that scenario, everybody brought themselves into the relationship.
No. So, let me phrase it differently. So you have Sarah and Eugene chooses.
these are the people that
Is Eugene a male or female?
Mike met at the brunch.
Yeah. Eugene is a male.
Okay.
Eugene.
Okay.
And Eugene chooses a female. Sarah chooses a male. So Eugene chooses, throw out a name, Matt.
Phil.
No, a female name.
Oh, my bad.
There's too many of them in there, man. To be sausages in the pot. Man.
Kinsey.
Kinsey. So
That's
Eugene
another one you
chooses
met?
Kinsey. Sarah
She's like, that
chooses.
son of a bitch.
Sarah chooses
Robert.
But Robert and Kinsey are like, bunk that. Thank you for making the connection. We're out this bitch.
Now I'm stuck with
so
your
the people-
funky
got
ass
you.
again.
Got
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
And now it gets messy.
So the people they brought in end up liking each other, and then they go
Exactly.
their
So this is a
separate
full-on
ways.
orgy? I thought it was
No.
like separate.
No.
So it is, well, ish.
This is Wayne with the
depends,
kangaloo.
like it's this entanglement that everybody handles differently. And so it's like at the end of the day, you have this other person who wasn't even involved in the relationship before this other person who wasn't involved in a relation before, and then they start liking each other, and now it gets really, really messy.
Man, if I'm in that entanglement and I go in there with my eyes wide open with the understanding that we're all doing this openly, I'm old enough to understand that somebody can catch feelings, and if they catch feelings, that's just the risk that I'm taking.
That's respect. Okay.
But I'm going into this
Got you. That's where I
wide.
was
Man,
going.
I think people just aren't real with themselves, man, when they put themselves in situations.
So real quick, shout out to fucking Fat Sully's for the wings. They have some regular wings. I don't even really like garlic Parmesan wings like that.
Them shits is hitting, ain't they?
Woo!
We tried to tell you.
I've been telling you for months.
And Courtney was like, no, thank you.
No, I had them.
Hey, I've never had them. And I've never been to a pizza place where the wings are cooked crispy like that.
Yeah.
I love crispy wings, man.
I am completely fulfilled.
Good, man. I tried this.
man.
Tried to put you on
I've
game.
been telling you for months.
Yeah, but again, James, like I think
Courtney, don't try to steal my thunder, brother. I was talking about wings.
Back
Courtney had
to back to business.
Yeah.
He did, my bad.
Man, we talked about
Graded, man.
but we talked about. I just really strongly believe a lot of these outside of the box ways of looking at life that cats are actually playing out is based on the fact that they got the money to do that.
Okay.
Like when somebody like Will Smith says, "Hey, yeah, I just let my kids go out and just experience life and make whatever bad choices that they make, and the world kind of
they'll learn from it.
they'll
and
learn from it,
experience
experiment. But
Yeah.
we don't have the money to clean that shit up.
Well, I mean, they may not have 7 women or 8 kids like Nick Cannon do, but I mean, just put myself out there. When you swiping, brother, and you meeting people, you get to read some wild shit on some of these profiles, man. So it's
What's
people.
a lot of
It's
shit you done?
Yeah, man.
It's some people
Give it
out
up,
here,
Mike. Give it up, because you the single one here, and we live through you. So
Like
what
I've
is
seen,
that?
like I've
No,
seen,
dating
Give us
life.
examples.
Yeah.
like okay, so like I'll you know,
What's the wildest example of a swipe that you were like, whoa? Like somebody reached out to you and you were like, absolutely not.
Like, were you lured in by a couple?
Or a
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
date.
Like,
Or a bad
no.
date.
Hey, you tall
absolutely.
by a couple.
Damon Wayans
Yeah, like
looking
she didn't advertise. She was
motherfucker.
like,
I want you to sit your ass on my wife's face.
I want you to dress up like homie and hit me with that sock over and over.
Hit
Homie,
you
don't
with-
play that.
Yeah.
That boy Mike done got caught the cockle.
Yeah.
Mike,
What?
Mike,
a cuckold.
Mike,
Cuckold.
That-
That's what he meant. He
cuckold.
meant a cuckold.
That boy Mike done got caught in the cockle.
Mike, we need the
Cockamania.
craziest story, the craziest swipe story that you got. Let's go.
All right. So this was like probably when I first moved into my house. But anyway, like she said on like her profile that she was poly. Even back then, I had to look that shit up.
White girl, black girl, Mexican,
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
man.
I'm gonna go Latina.
Latino. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you pulled out some pico de gallo. Good for you, brother. Keep going. I'm intrigued now.
I'm trying to get through this without this dude making me laugh. But anyway, so I
Slattered
matched.
that
That's
all
what he
over.
here for. That's what he here for.
Slattered that
I
pico
matched with
all
her.
over.
We like, messages back and forth. You know what I mean? Just little standard stuff. And then she was like, "Hey, let's meet." She said this. Like, I didn't get the chance to bring that up.
Okay.
She was like, "Yeah, let's meet." I was like,
Somebody have a question. Were there meat exchanges? You were talking about let's meet, but were there meat exchanges?
"No,
Oh, he's trying to get there. He's trying to get
Sausage.
there. He's trying to get there.
no."
Sausage on the side.
No. Well, no. I lied. She did send me. It wasn't a naked picture. It was like a little lingerie thing. Okay. But anyway, so where was I before?
Mike
I don't
sent
know
his
where
meat.
you was.
Anyway,
at.
So you
all right. So
verified
she's like,
everything.
she's
She's
trying.
poly.
She's
She's
trying.
poly?
She's poly. She already sent me a little risque pic. She's
You
trying to
sent it
meet. She was like, "No,
Was
I
there
didn't."
another
He
man
said
involved?
The
Not
ashy
yet.
dick pic.
Not at this.
okay.
Not
Go.
at this point.
Go.
I didn't know that, so
Go.
I'm like,
All
all
right.
right, well, shit. You know what I mean? You already sent me. I see your titties out a little bit. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, let's meet. She was like, yeah, we gonna meet in the hotel room, and my husband's gonna be there. I was like,
No me gusta.
Jay,
That's what you said.
and at that,
he sent the meat pic.
I didn't send no
He
meat
had
pic.
He
to.
said the
Yeah,
ashy
you had to.
one.
I didn't
Ashy
send no.
one.
I
He
didn't
said
send no
the
meat pic.
ashy dick pic.
But it wasn't for the girl. It was for the guy.
I don't
Yeah.
send no meat pic.
Yeah, like
Tell
warning.
I've never.
Warning. I haven't heard that shit.
Go.
I don't send meat pics.
Okay.
on,
Take
man.
this-
Never-
Okay.
never.
Come on, give it up.
To
Never.
your
All
husband
right.
to back
I'm
it
sorry,
up.
Mike.
Never.
Go ahead.
There's
Go.
no good angle ever. But anyway, so she was like, my husband. I was like, okay. Like at this point, I'm just confused. I'm like, I didn't know you were married, one, because I thought poly just meant like, you know, I'm just out here doing whatever. Like monogamy is not a thing for me.
Or Polynesian.
Boom, boom.
Probably at that point, I probably that's what that meant.
I'm poly.
So anyway, she was like, my husband's gonna be there. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, like he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna touch you. I was like, goddamn right.
He
But
just
she was
wanna
like,
watch you stroke me.
exactly. He was like, hey, he's just gonna be in the corner.
Go tie your little cute ass up.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be in the corner.
Wow.
He's just gonna be in the corner, and he's gonna be talking to us after. He's just gonna be talking to both of us while we do it.
No.
I was
No,
just
man,
like,
goose.
nah,
What are we gonna
I'm
talk
good.
about?
Exactly.
No me goose.
Like he was like, oh yeah, Mike, beat that shit up. Like I was like, oh, like that's the only thing I could think of at that point. I'm
That
just
is
like,
what he's gonna do. He's gonna direct.
yeah,
He's gonna
yeah.
direct. Like,
right,
yo,
right.
do
There you
this,
go.
do that.
Right.
Right.
We're the actors.
Yeah,
He's the director.
he's the director.
There you go. And I was
There it
just
is.
like, nah, I'm not doing this.
That could have been one of them
It was
snuff
unsafe.
films, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could have been one of them snuff films. You went up in there, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
Probably.
just,
Got
just
your
think if
ass.
Mike would have got.
I wish he would have did it because that would have made for a great
I'm trying to do
story.
it too.
That
Yeah,
would have made
I'll
for a great
stop.
story.
Nah, I'm glad you
No, I'm
didn't
not
do
doing
it, Mike. I ain't do that. Ain't no telling what them folks would have did
Hey,
to you.
I'm
Right.
over here sweating, laughing so hard.
Ain't no telling
And
what they would have.
Mike said, or Matt said, bring the pico de gallo. And no me goose.
Did he sneak that in there?
Don't boogie with the bear.
That's hilarious, man. All right, well, I guess that's what it's like out here.
So
on
no,
this
there
day
are.
scene.
So I mean, I don't know about from the kid standpoint, but there are people out here working regular 9 to 5s, living that kind of lifestyle.
What if they would have
That
offered?
is free.
If they offer you any money?
No,
No.
no.
So, Mike, what I'm hearing is you wouldn't sling your meat for money.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
No.
What if they would have said, hey,
Have you? Well, let's.
Wait, let's dig
Have
into
you
that.
Oh, let's
already?
explore that. Right?
Have you
Gotcha.
already
Have I ever slain
for money,
for cash? No.
wait,
but for other things?
For unknowingly
accessories?
back in the day,
You a
yes, I
prostitute,
have.
man.
hey, you
Ooh.
want to suck my dick so I can get some sneakers?
So
Air Force
I took
Ones. That are wet,
So-
right, blue, and black.
Hey,
So-
you know what? I need my dick sucked for these Oasis Tigers I'm wearing to my podcast. How you feel about that? Oh, you gonna give me the stance socks with them?
so
Si, me gusta.
So Matt's side piece now, Ruth Ann took me to Mexico about 2-3 years ago. I think that's the only time that I've been
wait,
like, you
wait.
know what?
Wait, what did you
wait,
just say?
what'd you just? You said his side piece took you to Mexico?
Yes.
Damn.
Wait.
All right, we're gonna edit that out because I got names in it.
Ruth Ann.
Nah, that's cool.
His
Everybody
little
know
side-
about Ruth Ann.
Everybody know about Ruth Ann. See, I did my research.
He did.
Oh, that's the bit. That better be a bit.
That's a bit. That's a bit, ain't it?
Is it? I just be talking.
On your Instagram, like I'm gonna get with Ruth Ann or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Okay. I thought this was a. All right.
And
all
you
right.
thought it was real?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
yo.
your
Oh,
heart.
I thought it
Y'all
was
not
real
gonna
too.
put me in no dry
No,
stitching situation.
Nah, yeah, we
no,
gotta check that out.
No, I don't know.
No, we
I don't
good.
know. I don't know.
Damon,
Matt.
go ahead and mark
I
that.
don't know
please.
Matt
Mark
that
point.
well.
Hey,
We
I
good.
was
There's-
shook.
Hey, yo, but
Damien
No, it
was
wasn't
like,
a shot.
Matt's
Hey,
finally
so-
happy. You son of a bitch.
So-
Don't bring up Ruth Ann.
but
I was shook.
Mike, so when you got, she went on a trip, right?
To Mexico.
Okay, now did she have outfits for you to wear?
No.
Ooh,
No.
What did you do?
come on, man.
Was it an all-inclusive?
She had
It
something.
wasn't all
Did
inclusive.
you
You didn't take no
snorkel?
special outfits out
She
there.
had to.
No.
You ain't take no special swim trunks or nothing like that.
No.
Yeah, you
had to.
did.
You didn't do
man.
anything to entice her?
I mean, I
You
did what
selfish
I'm supposed to
bastard.
on a free
So
vacation.
what you do?
But what does
That's
that
what
mean?
you
Yeah,
do,
what do you-
Courtney.
what you-
I
Yes.
was slanging
Thank
meat.
you.
What you talking about?
No, but
No,
how much
but
meat?
dude,
It's just
women
like,
are a little
look here,
more.
girl. I'm gonna take these BVDs down. Leave
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
them
Like, did you
halfway
wear
down,
the?
I'ma
Hey man,
wear your
did
ass
you
No,
take-
I didn't have a thong, Courtney. Is that what you getting at? Because
No,
I
I'm
know
just-
that's what you're going.
Did you wear bikini cut all the whole trip?
No,
No, not at all.
Did you wear regular boxers?
All right.
Boxer
He wore them
briefs?
MMA.
I look
them
good.
MMA spandex.
He's not gonna give it up. He's
I
not
looked
gonna tell
good at the
truth.
pool and was getting attention I was getting attention that she wanted.
You was the trophy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
There you
What
well,
kind of
go.
lotion you take, man?
Yeah.
Okay, Playboy.
Baby oil.
Cocoa butter.
What kind of lotion
There
you
we go.
take, Mike?
That's a cocoa butter.
It's gonna be
butter.
to tell. What type of lotion you take?
Baby oil.
No, it was no baby oil or
You take
coconut
Suave.
oil.
The water needed to stick to you when you got out the pool.
He had Jergens. That's his go-to.
Hey, that Jergens is real. It fixed
You do the Vaseline scented men.
it fixed my feet, dude.
It what's your feet?
It fixed Jergens fixed my feet. I no longer have
Can you
ashy
be
feet.
sexy with Jergens? Like, yo, babe, I'm about to break out the Jergens. Get nice and moist.
You won't shine like baby oil. Like Jergens is strictly for repair.
Hey, listen, man.
That's
That is
hilarious.
dumb as shit.
Yo. Hey, so
For
I
healing.
think back to college. I think back to college, man, when I had some really broke days. And y'all remember that cocoa butter, that big bottle of cocoa butter
That
lotion
didn't
that
do
came out
nothing.
like water?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
What was
absolutely
that shit
nothing.
called?
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter. Vaseline
Yeah,
That
cocoa
was
butter.
the worst.
Johnson
lotion.
& Johnson, right?
No.
No.
It wasn't the Johnson
This shit was
&
like
Johnson?
$1,
It was
man.
called cocoa butter.
It was legit called
Just
cocoa
straight up cocoa butter.
It
Watered
came
down.
out like water, dog.
butter. Like that.
Repair purposes
Yes.
only.
No. Jergens is repair purposes.
That shit was just.
This is for the uppity Negroes. Cocoa butter is like when you just need lubrication on your body.
But hold on, though, Damien, your college
God.
days, they couldn't have been that hard. You was the man. So I went to go see Damien.
Let's go.
True story. I went to go see Damien, and it sucks because the first time I was supposed to go see you, that's when I got shot. Remember, I was supposed to go to next week.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a different story, but go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
So then the next year, I'm playing at this JUCO, Colorado Northwestern, and they're right outside of Utah, 45 minutes outside of Vernal, Utah, about 4-hour drive from Salt Lake. And so one of my teammates lived in Salt Lake. I called Damo, and he said, "Yup, I got you." And I went out there, and it was only one night I spent with you because you were going on spring break. Damien was the man. I'm about to go ahead and give him
Wide
his flowers.
open.
Hit the applause. Yeah.
No, hit hi. My name is Uncle Damo.
That's Uncle Damo. No lie, he picked me up. We went. You still had the Jetta,
Yeah.
and I've never seen anybody like he left his car in the middle of the street.
Oh,
He was playing
flexing.
Black Rob Woe when he picked me up,
Oh, man.
and I said
Bumping.
he had the Crown Royal bag hanging from his rear view mirror, and we got there, and I look and I like, what we doing? He said, "Come on, man, we going inside." I said, "You gonna leave?" He said, "I'm good." We walked in, and I'm not lying. He's like, "This is my boy Matt." They was handing me pitchers of beer. It was all these Junior Seau looking women,
Polynesians, brother.
the Polynesians. They was in there. I said, "Damn, I'm
That
about to get
makes
some."
sense. That makes
I
sense
said, "I'm
now.
about to get me."
Yeah.
Circle.
Yeah.
See, and it's funny because I'm sitting there looking like I'm about to get somebody pregnant and get me a middle linebacker out of this deal.
Hey, we
It was
kicked
the
though.
greatest night. That shit was so much fun. I was
I
so
bet.
sad when he had to leave because then I had to go back to my friend for the next night.
Right,
Like,
right,
man,
right.
I had
Like
so much
last
fun.
night.
Because they was all like, all my boys, because there was a dude from Brooklyn with me, a dude from Flint. They like, we can't go. I'm like, oh, man, he ain't got no room in this car. Like, I just wanted to go see my friend.
Right.
More
It's
than
just
anything.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to entertain nobody else.
Oh man, but they took us out. It was funny after that. They took us out the club. Like, nobody's handing me a pitcher of beer. This is the worst place ever. And where's Junior Seau's at. I like them. One had like a little mustache. He was fine though. I like, Damien, who is that? He said, nigga, he plays center for my football team. I like, oh, he got titty.
Ring your neck, boy.
I did hear about those stories from Dame. I never got a chance to go see you and hang out in Weber State just because of basketball season and conflict, but you had some wild stories of
Damo
like
was the man.
you told me about your graduation night. We won't do it right now, but yeah, how you
Matt, Corey, Darcy, Earl Garland. Damn near got married.
I believe that.
Yeah, to a chick in Utah.
I believe that.
We had like
LaDuff was out there. When you say Corey,
had that boy wide open.
I bet.
Wide open.
I
Shout
really
out to
was
Corey
like,
LaDuff.
I would move to Utah. I fell in love with Utah off of 6-7 hour night with Damo.
That's weird because that's what do they call it? A dry state.
I hate that shit. I went out there just in February and it was the worst shit ever. I was like, get me out of here ASAP.
I wouldn't recommend living there.
I'm really laid back and
especially if you
easygoing.
black.
I'm good with cultures and all that. I hated it there.
This is Salt Lake.
Just so a lot changed after the Olympics because they had to like you're bringing in shit internationally.
Oh yeah.
And I understand like what your state wants to have, but if you're bringing in the world for the Winter Olympics,
you got to have that alcohol at all hours.
You got to change, and it did. But Utah, it's a great place. I have some amazing people that still live there. I would never live there.
Got it.
No,
Got
I
it.
don't ever want to.
What is it to do out there?
Nothing.
Ski.
I remember getting in the J Dog on a Friday night with a cold ice 800 with some loot.
Dude, that was the first concert that I went to.
Uncle
and
Luke?
It changed my life.
2 Live Crew?
2 Live Crew in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
Changed my absolute life.
How old were you?
10.
14.
Yeah, Dame was a beast.
Nice, man. You're just so worldly.
No, I got to say this, though. At Overland, Dame, because when I went to Overland, like I said.
I don't know if I was 14.
You were younger than
Don't
that?
stop. Get it. Don't. Hey, this was twerking before twerking
But
even
Dame,
was a thing.
but Dame kind of set, like, at Overland.
Yeah.
Like, Dame was that dude.
He was the shit.
Nah, I'm not going to lie, because when I got there,
Yeah.
I was like, it was a complete culture shock. I don't know if Dame remember this shit. And this is why I was like, Damien is a real friend. So we knew each other from middle school.
Okay.
And when I got there, I didn't know anybody. And I remember my mom, we were just going through like a real hard time. Just financially, everything.
Got it.
And we were living across the street from Overland. And it was a 1-bedroom apartment. We didn't have, I think there was a couch, maybe. But like my mom and I slept on the floor. I didn't have money to go to lunch. And I remember Damo was like, man, let's go to lunch. We're going to go to McDonald's today. I was like, cool. And he's like, meet me in the parking lot. I'm like, cool. I would go out the back door.
Yeah.
Walk through the field. And then run across to the apartments. I'm like, I ain't got no money. And this happened a few times. And then Dame caught me one time. He was driving down Peoria.
I don't remember this, by the way.
He pulled over. He said, man, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, man, I got in the car. I said, man, I don't have no money to go to McDonald's. And he said, well, come on, man. We went to McDonald's. I wouldn't let him. He tried to buy my lunch. I wouldn't let him. And we went back to my place. He was like, come on, man, let's just eat at your place. And we stood up, and I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I never heard another word after that. Like, there was never like me and Dame clown each other to this day. He never threw that low blow. At that time, it was a low blow. Now it isn't. It just is what it is. Yeah. But, like, he never did that. And I was like, man, Dame's that dude. But then just seeing, like, how he moved around school, everybody loved Damien. And he was always the same person. He was always cool. And he's still the same dude to this day.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being the same person, dude.
Same person to the whole family, though.
I
Your
think he
whole
changed,
family.
actually. But
Boy,
that's
but
all good.
hey, boy, but Damon would complain about driving down to Park Hill, boy.
He would, man.
That-
All the time. You be stuck at Damo's house, you got to
Boy.
spend the night. It's like, nah, I'm not. What?
Is that the one off of Evans?
Too far.
And Holly?
No,
Right.
we're talking about now, like where I live
No,
now.
I'm talking about
No,
when we
we
was
talking
in high
about
school.
in
What are
high
you
school.
When you had
talking
that
about?
gold Jetta.
Dude,
David
you
didn't
never
wanna
came
ride.
to Denver.
David didn't want to pick
Ever.
nobody up.
Talking about
You never came to Denver
'Cause you had a car
when
early,
you went to
Damien.
high school.
Matt, call him.
No.
So I
I
remember
was in Montbello.
Montbello, 'cause
was
that's
in
how I met
East.
Darcy.
Dude, my mom was the principal
No.
at East. We were right up the street at East.
we would go to East.
all the time.
We would go to East. Dame would be
Well,
like, man,
you
let's go
had
to
to.
East.
You had
No,
to.
we didn't.
No,
Like,
we would
chose
go up
to.
there to
you
hit the
never
Esplanade.
came to
He didn't want to
Denver,
come
I went
pick
man.
me
back a
up.
couple
but
damn
what
nights.
like this?
Yeah.
Feel like this Damon didn't want to come pick me up
Yeah.
because Damon had a
Possibly.
car at like 15.
He never came to
Possibly.
Skyland. In that
What are you
vicinity,
talking about?
after
I
he was
lived in
done
Skyland.
playing for Skyland, we never saw you again.
Dude.
Not in that area.
Oh man, you're completely.
I
broken,
never saw
dude.
you on the hillside. But maybe we didn't let you in the hillside.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
This
No.
one got terrible.
Damien
that
wasn't
that
stamped?
Nah, Damien was stamped. He just didn't like to come.
That is 100% phallus.
Bro, my senior year,
When?
I
So
rolled
wait.
with Dame everywhere. We was everywhere.
Dude,
Hey,
we,
man.
I was
Not in
I would
Park
have to
Hill.
beg Damon
No,
to
we
come
were.
pick me up.
I was-
When?
Park Hill,
When?
Montbello, all the time.
Maybe Bellows because Darcy
Dude,
was out
over-
there.
Yeah, dude, my mom was the principal.
This
at
is
the
not
school
Park
that's
Hill.
One block away
This
from
is the
here.
east side.
This is the east side.
You never went
Dude,
to Park Hill, I said.
What are you talking? I grew up on Park Hill.
Yeah, that's what I said. After you was done with Skyland, you left us.
That is not true.
So when did you come back, man? You haven't
All
gave
the
me.
time.
I'm not gonna front, man, but
When?
Damien did come hang at City Park on. We was in high school.
All the
summertime.
time.
We
East
all
City
did.
Park on Sunday.
East side.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
East side.
classic,
James
man.
is like
Wasn't that
spreading
That
like
was
fake
great,
news.
man.
I
East
feel like
side.
Donald Trump right now.
That's
Like I got
east side.
Man, yo, but you did have to beg. But you did have to beg Damien to come get you.
He didn't cross
You know?
Colorado.
Damien
Boulevard
always came and got
going
me. I'd be like,
east.
Damo, come grab me.
Dude,
See,
it was
so-
short. It was easy.
With
Alright.
Damo would even have an Ice 800 for you.
That's a different level of friendship.
Ice. Hey.
Damo put me on them Ice 800s.
Remember that, man? Yeah.
It's a different
What else
level of
was it?
friendship, man.
Colt 45,
Hey.
Mad Dog 2020.
Them
Matt,
Mm.
so friendship level, let's call it 1. Friendship level 3 or 4
Yeah, see.
for
Facts.
Courtney and
Facts.
James.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you say that you didn't see me,
I didn't
dude,
see you.
We were always.
No, I saw you, Damien. I just said it was like pulling teeth to get.
I
you
don't
to
think
come
me
pick
and you
somebody
ever
up,
hung
so I didn't
like
have a
just
car.
me and Damo.
Dude, what are you talking?
I
I
did.
used to come to your parents' house in Park Hill all the time.
When?
I don't know about all the time, but I do.
Maybe one
Offset.
time. To get Herman or Darcy.
No,
Roman.
Get me at we at Kane's house.
hung out
Come
in
pick
the
me up.
basement.
Hey, Davo, nice to
We
see
hung out
you.
in the
Like, who are you again?
and you were on
Remember
your
me,
whole
James
DC
Kane?
trip. Like, hey,
We used to play basketball
I'm from
together.
DC, this and that. Like, dog, we used to get down in Park Hill, the east. Like, to me, this was all just Denver. It wasn't Park Hill, East Side,
No,
blah, blah, blah.
absolutely.
It was like, yo, I'm coming to my peoples.
No, absolutely.
Now
I'm
Dame's a
giving
good
you
dude.
shit.
Dame's a good dude. He even
He's all right.
just in my adult life with this comedy thing, he played football with this dude J Mac. I don't know if y'all ever
Oh,
heard
yeah,
of him.
yeah.
J Mac, aka
Blood
Blood
Cuz.
Cuz.
Yep.
So J Mac, the first show I ever did, I was with J Mac, and I was nervous as shit. And he didn't tell me, nigga, you making me nervous. We was at the hotel. He like, nigga, you making me nervous.
Right.
And he asked me, he said, man, you know a dude named Damien Big Dookie? I said, man, that's my guy.
God.
He said, that's your guy? And I said, no, that's my dude. He said, I played at Weber State with him. I said, no shit. So we just started talking. And after that, me and J Mac still hella cool.
Dude, me
Man,
and
it's
J Max still talk.
I was going to propose to my old lady in Arizona because we were going out there.
Yeah.
And I called him and he said, whatever you need, I got you. Man, me and J Mac still
Dude,
hella
J-Mac
cool.
That's
was
what's up.
supposed to- so last year, COVID was supposed to come out here. I had this whole trip planned because Weber State was supposed to play Wyoming, and I had a motorhome. I had the people I had this whole weekend planned for the fellas
Nice.
to go up to Wyoming in a motorhome, and we were gonna what do you call it? Why am I drawing a blank?
Tailgate?
Tailgate. Yeah, we were gonna tailgate. We're gonna have a blast. I had get a driver to bring us back. Like, dude, I had it all planned out,
Nice.
and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Damn. 'Cause
J
of
Mac's
COVID,
that dude.
right?
Did you see his movie?
No,
He's in it's on HBO Max. 2 Minutes of Fame with Jay Farrell and
he's-
Cat Williams.
he's
Oh, wow.
that's another hustler.
He goes and
He
gets
goes, he
Nice.
gets
He
it,
goes and
and
gets
he's
it.
funny as fucking fuck.
He's funny as shit. So he told me the first time I performed, he was like, man, he came up to me afterwards. We went to Cold Crush. He put his arm around me. He
Look at
said,
sauce.
he said, man, you stole the show. He said, you
Sauce
stole the
is
show
ready.
this year because Sheen the year before, I guess, at K-Tone's thing, was the one that, like, everybody's like, damn.
She's good.
Yeah, no, she's great. So he came up to me, he said, you're the Sheen this year. And so we stayed in touch, and then the third year we did it, he came up to me, he said, bruh, you don't even need game from me anymore. Man, that shit made me feel so good. Because he is, man, he's so funny.
So just for context, he comes up from under Mike Epps, right?
Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Mike Epps is my favorite comedian, by the way.
Oh, he's
That's not what you
so
said. Dude, I asked you
funny.
that question earlier. You were like, oh.
Yeah, he started pulling off. Yeah.
You didn't say who. You just said what inspires you. You didn't say who.
You didn't say Michael Epps, bro.
A person is
Mike Epps is literally my favorite
comedian.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Nice.
That's who.
He's from that Richard Pryor kind of cloth.
Yep. And when I wake up, like in the middle of the night, you know us. Now we get up a couple times to piss. At our age, Mike Epps go on. I fall asleep to Mike Epps. Like that's facts.
Nice. Like
that's
I can't.
He gonna be here next week.
I can't drink water after 8 o'clock. Or it's
like
guaranteed.
my son.
Yeah, it's guaranteed. I'm gonna get up and pee. So I'm done. So let me do a plug real quick. You can follow this.podcast on IG at this.podcast.
Please follow. This is great right here.
I appreciate that,
These
man.
my guys, man.
On Twitter at thispodofficial. All episodes are streaming on YouTube and SoundCloud at this.podcast. So please follow and subscribe. Matt, plug your stuff real quick, man.
At don't read the comments every Thursday again on the R Network, AHRR. Funny Matt 303 on Twitter, Instagram. Matthew Roberts on Facebook. I got good stories on Facebook.
My name is Matthew.
Hi.
So you'll come and do this with us. You'll do this again with us, won't you, Matt?
Absolutely, man.
All right, cool, man.
Y'all, I've known these guys. Courtney, you still fast?
No.
Don't you have records?
He's fast on that
Has
bike,
your record
man.
been broken?
No.
Has it?
No.
Have your? I don't think people know who they talking to.
I don't think they understand.
Or who they listening to. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man, I'm fast at that bed, man. I know that much.
So, but don't you? You got records at my
Yeah,
belly.
so I gotta
See, plug that shit.
What no?
This
We do,
podcast.
man. We got you, man. We'll do that next podcast. I'm gonna close this out.
What the hell? Y'all ran out of energy? what the?
They get tired quickly, man. They get tired quickly. But my man Cole, he just got off a flight, so that's understandable.
He been slanging ass in Vegas. Fuck that.
Yeah, man. He has.
Fuck that.
He don't recover like he used to.
That boy ain't got that snapback like he used to.
I seen Courtney do some wild shit for a super cookie and a slushie in 8th grade.
We gotta get.
With that being said, you never stumble upon the unexpected if you
no,
only
man.
stick to the
We got the
familiar.
Kane brothers, the CrossFit Kings.
And we out.
No. I'm talking about
Podcast, boss,